Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is coming clutch again. Listen, my prescription to all of you is to get yourselves a pillow. When watching football matches involving Chelsea Football Club, this comes in clutch. This will help you with your viewing experience. You get to, make yourself comfortable. You don't get agitated. You get to really relax your body, your mind, and your soul from anything that you are witnessing and any calamity that may come upon you. This comes in clutch. So get your pillow today. Just sell pillows. But that came in clutch for me. And I needed it. I needed it because I kind of underestimated how this game was going to go. No, not underestimated. I overestimated how this game was going to go. I gave you guys the prediction of 3-0. I gave you guys the idea that Arsenal would be pretty good today. They weren't. Arsenal were bang average. To be fair, Arsenal were poor. Arsenal looked like they didn't come out of second gear. Arsenal, with their problems up top, they looked restricted. They weren't really doing too much. And they looked, at best, average. And they still won. So I overestimated Arsenal. But I didn't underestimate Chelsea, did I? No, I got that one bang on. Because it's obvious and it's clear where it's all heading. And today was crap. Very, very, very crap. Just absolutely nothing. Nothing. Which is why I said the pillow came in clutch, because for big portions of that game, I'm just like, there's nothing happening. This is nothing at all. It's not even a case of, we created loads of chances, couldn't score, couldn't get them off. No. We done nothing. The only shots we took were maybe on the edge of the box where a couple of guys has defenders in front of them and they think it's a good idea to roast it when you've got a defender 1 meter ahead of you. Professional footballers in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, think that's a good idea. I don't know. I don't know where that's come from. They get paid 150 grand a week to make a decision like that. I don't know. But this loss isn't a surprise. It's not a surprise. And all I can say, because I feel like a broken record at this point, I'm not going to just keep repeating myself week in, week out now. It's just getting pointless. Is people just need to realize the situation. Yeah. For example, I do a preview like yesterday, and at this point, where we are, and how far we've come in terms of pure dross for 3 years, and there's still a considerable, not even a minority, if it's a little minority, I just wouldn't. There's still a considerable amount of people that are telling me, you got to stop being negative, Younes. You are delusional. I'm sorry. At this point, and it's many of the, there is a significant portion of the fan base that are thinking this way. Then you're setting yourself up to fail, I'm afraid. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. For me, it was clear that Arsenal were going to be picking up 3 points today. Evident. Yeah? Super evident. I'd rather tell you that and be truthful than come on here and tell you guys, we're going to win tomorrow, it's going to be okay, and then we don't, and then I look like an idiot when I knew deep down that we wouldn't. Because it's clear. If you've watched football for a considerable amount of time and you know the sport, you would know what's in front of you. You'd know. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see how bad Chelsea are. Today was blank on every single level. There was one player who can actually leave with their heads held high today. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but fair play to him. Badiashile. Defensively, he cleaned up every single little bit of mess that came his way. Every tackle he made was good. Didn't make any mistakes. He was clean. So respect to Badiashile. I think Cook Cucurella is trying to do three things at once, respectfully, in a good way. I say that in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you can see he's been overburdened, right? And he's quite dynamic enough to pull it off, but today wasn't that day, but he was everywhere, in respect to him. And Enzo I thought was pretty involved, moving, trying to do many things defensively and offensively. No one to compensate for it. Palmer wasn't in the squad today because he had muscle fatigue. Great. Good idea bringing him on Thursday then, wasn't it? Fantastic. Amazing we had to actually bring on a player like Palmer against Copenhagen because we were desperate. Yeah, I tell you. And then you get the same people that come on and tell you that, but we're going to beat Arsenal at the Emirates. What dreamland are you in? What dreamland? Show me this dreamland. I'd love to see it. You know? I'm curious to what it looks like. Because it might be borderline heaven at this point. Where nothing goes wrong. I'd love to be exposed to something that blossom. You know? But anyway. Apart from that, stinkers. Across the park. Across the park. Pedro Neto today was dreadful. Dreadful. And in a position he's not really a striker, but he wasn't really even, well, he kind of playing up front. Nkunku was playing up front. Nkunku wasn't even there. Nkunku was a tourist, just visiting and looking. There's so many... This is the thing. There's so many issues here. There's so many issues, man. And we like to pretend like it's not there, but it's always been there and it continues to be there and it will still be there. There's people that will call out players. There's people that will call out Maresca. There's people that will call out the board. There's people that will call out the club. There's people that will call out whatever, when the correct answer is all of those things. Everyone's right on all of those things. But those same people want to pretend that the other options that I've mentioned are all okay. It's just the one thing. No, this isn't 2012 or 2013 or 2014 anymore, where it would just be one thing. You know? We're restricted by a manager. Yeah, it's the manager's. That's it. It's the manager's fault. Boom. AVB, leave. Yeah? Benitez, issue. Even though he won the Europa League in the end, but fair play. You know, we got to the time where we needed a DM. We just needed a DM. We didn't get that DM, but we needed a DM. You remember? It was one problem. Now, it's a multi-layered, faceted spider web of crap. And issues. One layered on top of another like a sponge cake gone wrong. Yeah? It's a lopsided cake that's gone sideways because the layers are not holding. That's what's going on here. It's a mess. It's more than one issue here. Maresca's not the same guy. That's for sure. And when I hear him come out in a press conference talking about how he tells players like Enzo to play a certain way, if not he gets subbed off, or Sancho to play a certain way, if not he gets subbed off. What is this? You look at the way that we're playing and there's nothing, there's no energy to it whatsoever. Earlier on in the season, we were playing quite direct. We were playing quite end-to-end, and it was quite, not just end-to-end as in basketball, I'm not saying that. We were able to get the ball from A to B quickly. And I love seeing my team play that way. We've abandoned it completely. We don't play like that anymore. Don't play like that anymore. But truth of the matter is today, we come up against what is technically the best defence in the Premier League with absolutely nothing. Arsenal today, who are poor, it's like I said on the watch-along, Arsenal who showed up to a gunfight with a knife. They showed up with a knife to a gunfight today, Arsenal. They were average. They were lacking. But we showed up with a rolling pin. So we come up with something worse. So they still got the advantage. That's what's happened today. The goal sums up exactly what Arsenal and Chelsea are about right now. Arsenal, who have injuries, who played average today, who needed something, relied on the one thing that's been working for them. A set piece. Great. Set piece, corner taken, boom, dink from Moreno over Sanchez into the bottom corner, 1-0 Arsenal. Well, at the same time, us, bad defending, Sanchez completely out of position for that goal. Should have been a lot more central. I don't know what he was doing where he was. That sums up everything about us. Sums up everything about us. So Some people would still look at this and go, oh no, but it's okay. Don't worry, we're still fourth. We're still fourth. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right now, the Premier League table as it stands. Chelsea, 49. Man City, 48. Newcastle, 47. Brighton, 47. Fulham, 45. Aston Villa, 45. Fulham beat Tottenham today, by the way. So Fulham and Aston Villa, both 45. Bournemouth, 44. And they're in 10th. So between 4th and 10th is actually still 5 points. This is going to be a very, very, very interesting ride. And today we've lost. It's now the international break. So we will see what happens heading into after the international break, where we expect to have Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson, and Madueke all back. And I know that there's people thinking that that's going to be the light in shining armor to save the whole situation. I say good luck with that. Good luck with that. And we'll see where it goes. Because the problems at this club are far too big for me to be optimistic on any player coming back. It's not about that. And I still feel like there's a considerable amount of the fan base that are still choosing to ignore it. With that case, everyone gets what they deserve. And people will just find out the hard way of what's going on at the club. Yesterday, we had the news that Chelsea are apparently, according to Fabrizio, are going to be selling 7 to 8 players in order to fund a striker. But when people, certain people, right, say we're a sell-to-buy club now, and our finances are a little bit in a mess because of the loans we've taken out, yeah, apparently you're crazy. We'll see then. We'll see. Everything's spent. And this is what we have to show for it. You saw the levels today, the options we have. The bench was dreadful. We had 5 defensive players on that bench and 1 attacker in Tyreek George. And that was it. That's our bench. With a few injuries, not an injury crisis like we had last season, a few injuries, that's our bench. After 1 point whatever billion spent, that's our bench. Okay. So that's why for me, there's no hope here whatsoever. There's none. On a footballing level, there's none. We've not been equipped whatsoever in order to try and compete with anyone of a decent level. Not happening. So we'll see what happens post-international break. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And is there anything else I need to add? No. Arsenal, like I said, bang, bang average. Very, well, to be honest, poor. But they got the win. And they got the win because we were worse. That's it. We were worse. So, let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you on the next one. I'm going to do the watch-along for the League Cup final. Liverpool-Newcastle. Up the tune. Up the Geordies for that one. Hopefully they get a trophy for the first time in, 55 years or something. We'll see how that goes. But let me know your thoughts down below. What you thought of today's game. Your interpretations of it. And we move on to the next one after the international break. So I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.